Hey everyone, Kyle once again, and welcome back to the next movie review for Halloween month. And, well, we're back reviewing another film. It's another found footage film, which I say it sucks. So today we'll be reviewing of a film called The Gallows. Now, The Gallows is a film that was made in 2015, and despite the negatives about this film, it did make money on a very low budget of $100,000. It made about 22 million in the U.S. and worldwide about 43 million. So, considering the very low budget, it didn't take much to make a lot of money. So. But it has a 15% Rotten Tomatoes, a 4.2 on IMDb, which I think both are on both fronts is much too high for this movie. That's what I think. Because this film is boring. No thrills, no chills, no suspense. To me, it isn't. Because the characters are to me unlikable. They suck. Okay, so The Gallows it's basically it's paranormal activity at a school, right? Okay, so at this high school they're doing this play of The Gallows. And it shows if we see the footage from back in 1993, that's the guy who they're doing the play of The Gallows, and the guy who gets put the noose around his neck. First of all, even if it is though, why would there be a play? Even if this is a real thing, why would you have a play where you have an actual noose, and if you put it around your neck, like if something went wrong, hence what went wrong in this incident, would if you actually hang yourself for real? I don't care what kind of play it is, though. You wouldn't have a play involving where you have a noose where you have to put it around your neck, But anyway, the guy who, which is the guy named Charlie. He put his head around the noose. Something went wrong, and the guy actually got hung there, and he died. So now it's 20 years later. At the same high school, they're going to be doing the play of The Gallows again. And the lead guy, who's this jock, and I don't care about their names. They're unlikable anyway, so I don't care about their names. But the lead guy, who's this jock, he's more doing in sports more than doing this actual play. But he's doing it because there's a girl he likes who's doing the play. His other friend, who is he's this jackass. And he is a jackass. He's the one who's been filming a lot of this. For example, there's this person who's carrying all this stuff, right? And he goes and throws a football. Cheap shot the guy, hits him in the face. I'm like, yeah, that's a real good friend there. And he has this kind of girlfriend that he has with him. And so the friend, the jackass, he has this bright idea because the back door to the school, it doesn't lock, it doesn't shut all the way. So he gets the bright idea to sneak in back into the school and sabotage the stage, sabotage the play. And the guy is dumb. The lead guy is dumb to go along with this, and so the girlfriend of the other guy goes along with them. And even if you do sabotage it, though, would it be the people who does the play or whatever? Well, okay, you can just delay it though, but maybe you can just do it again for like the next day. It's not like an actual citywide Broadway play. It's a school play, and they can delay it to like a day or a couple days, and rebuild the stage, but they do it anyway. They start to do it, and then the girl, one thing leads to another. The girl that the lead guy likes, she is there too, and then basically they get locked in. They can't get out, and then one thing leads to another. There's stuff that's happening. Like the stage is reset again, and they go into they're in the hallways. Oh, like the lockers, the doors for the school lockers. They open and close. Then they find that they find an old VHS tape, which they said which there is no tape in there, but it shows the footage of the guy who got hung from earlier, the guy named Charlie. And then it was 20 years ago. Basically, the lead guy, his dad was there. He was originally going to be the one that's going to put the noose around his neck, but I think he got sick or whatever. Then Charlie had to do it instead, and that's when he died. So, and I remember seeing this trailer from back then. The best thing about this film was that song. It smells like Teen Spirit. Hello, 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 with the lights out. Da, 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 da. That was playing in the trailer, which also that song was also played during the opening credits of Black Widow. I remember because when I saw Black Widow with Scarlett Johansson, I'm like, that song playing. I remember last time I heard that song, that was from the trailer for the Gallows. Smells like Teen Spirit. Yeah, that's the only thing I guess That's the only positive thing I say about this film. Although it's kind of irrelevant because it's only in the trailer, not in the movie. But still, but then one thing leads to another. Like the stupid jackass. They see a vent high up. The guy tries to get to the vent. Of course, the guy is being so stupid. You don't say his name, Charlie. He gets on saying it, Charlie, Charlie, Charlie. And by the time it gets up there, the spirit pushes him off. He falls and breaks his leg. And so while the lead guy and the girl he likes, they go off, and the other guy's girlfriend, she goes and stupidly leaves on her own, and then the guy's alone by himself. He hears things, and all of a sudden, there's the guy with the sack. It's supposed to be Charlie with the news, and he gets hung up. They go by with his girlfriend. She's trapped on this other side of this door, in which you can see in the poster where she's sitting in the middle of the hallway, one going up way and another stairway leading to another downward. It's on one of those hallways. And then she's going to look at the camera, and we see on this side here the figure of Charlie coming into view behind her. She turns around, nothing there. Then all of a sudden, when the camera pans up, the noose is around her neck, and she gets yanked and hung as well. And then the guy, so it's the guy and the girl, they're being chased. They attempt to pull the fire alarm, try to get help. They're being chased again. And then the back door is now open, so the guy, he has a chance to get out of there and run, get out of there. I mean, if it was me, I would haul ass, get the hell out of Dodge, and not come back to that school. But no, because stupidly, he decides to go ahead and do the play anyway because he's like, oh, Charlie wants me. First of all, the whole thing is stupid because this guy had nothing to do with what happened 20 years ago. So wouldn't it make more sense that the ghost of Charlie wouldn't he be better be going after the father and not the son, because since the son had nothing to do with it? Wouldn't that make more sense, since he's the one who, if it wasn't for him, then Charlie would have died in the first place. So, wouldn't it make more sense for Charlie to go after the father? But the guy hadn't, but the son had nothing to do with it. But I guess he's doing the play. I guess. Oh well. I guess we'll do that. We'll do. I guess he will do anyway. I guess the father gets away scot-free. I guess in Charlie's case, I'm not gonna go after him since he's the one who caused my death, basically. So the guy goes through doing the play. He puts his neck in the noose, and he's hung. And so the girl. And so it's the girl, and then there's clapping in the audience, and it's the one woman who we heard from earlier, and it turns out that's the girl's mom. And not only that though, it was Charlie's girlfriend from back then. So Charlie had a girlfriend from back then, and which I don't think is. Does that make any sense? I mean, 20 years, and yet the girl's still in high school. Even same with the lead guy, his father. So they're 20 years and they're still in high school. Well, taking for the pregnancy and stuff, like 9 months at most though, but well, I'm not exactly sure. I mean, yeah, so it's like 20 years. I guess they're still in high school, I guess. But I guess some people did. I guess it maybe mostly. Well, for me personally, I got held back a year, so I didn't graduate till I was. I forget. I was 18 during high school, and then I think since I got held back a year. Long time ago, so I guess I was 19. I guess so. Maybe that's close enough though. But it was 20 years. I mean, 20 years. I think. I don't know. Maybe I'm just looking too deep into this though. But to me, part of that kind of doesn't make sense though. Like it's 20 years and they're still in high school. I mean, well, I guess it's some of these films just don't know how to tell years. I guess. I mean, it's like stupidly like with Texas Chainsaw 3D, right? They can't tell the difference between 20 years and 40 years from 74 to 2013, you know. Yet the lead girl in that movie, she looks like she's still a teenager. She must be, like I said, she must be the youngest 40-year-old ever. So I mean, like the difference in times, like in years, I'm like, ugh. So yeah, but I guess maybe immediately after his death, she was pregnant with him, I guess. And he died, like, I don't know. So the school became haunted immediately after he died, after he passed. And then we get afterwards, back at these two cops get called in to investigate this house, which turns out it's the girl's house. These two cops are looking. They see the two women there sitting in bed, and one cop, guess from his body cam footage, sees the TV with the play that Charlie was in, and the cop says his name, and the two of them look at him like this. Don't say his name. And then he quickly turns around, and then the other cop gets jerked back, and he gets hung, and then Charlie comes right to the other cop's face, and then it cuts away. Cuts to black. Part of me thinks like, okay, the whole lore stuff about this whole thing about Charlie, it could have been interesting though. I think it could have been interesting. It had potential for that. If it focused more about the lore of that, maybe I would have been a bit more intriguing though. But we get unlikable characters that I don't care about. Especially the jackass friend, and the girlfriend, his girlfriend, nothing to her. And the lead guy, I mean, yeah, even though it was his father who was mostly at fault, so why wouldn't the ghost of Charlie go after him? Well, first of all, I thought it was... Well, since he was at the house at the end there, so I guess we see that his ghost does not extends more than the school, so maybe he could go after the kid's father. Why, since the son had nothing to do with it, why go after him anyway? If his ghost extends past the school, so maybe he could have gone to his house and killed the dad, though, since he was the one who was at fault. Like I said, the son had nothing to do with it 20 years ago. I know, that part didn't make sense. And like I said, the whole thing, the two kids, 20 years, so they were just born immediately after. I don't know. It's like that whole 1 or 2 year thing with difference didn't make sense to me. But the Gallows. I mean, like I said, the film was successful enough. Like I said, a very low budget. It didn't take much to become a huge hit on that technical front. $43 million worldwide on a $100,000 budget. Of course, it got a sequel. It did get a sequel, which I haven't seen, so I don't bother to see. Because this film just sucks, it just does. I mean, found footage, like there are films I like that are found. There are found footage films I like. Of course, the Blair Witch Project is the top dog when it comes to found footage. Blair Witch Project has always been loved a lot throughout the years, especially when everyone mentions found footage. They bring that up. But there's other found footage films I like. As Above, So Below. There's another one which I'll be getting to later on. But I'm sure there's a couple more I did like from found footage. Oh yeah, searching with John Cho. Technically it's not found footage though, because from it takes place from like computer screens and iPhone screens. Maybe you could say it's found footage though, but I mean there was Unfriended, which was the same scenario, takes place on a computer screen. Maybe that's found footage though, but Searching with John Cho, that's a great movie. I even didn't mind the one Missing that came out last year, the standalone sequel. Couple issues with it though, but overall I did not mind Missing. That was one I liked from last year. But found footage from a handheld camera, a lot of them sucked. I mean, I hated Quarantine. Exist. That's a good. Yeah, I reviewed that last year. Yeah, Exist. To me, technically, that's the best one featuring Bigfoot. That was also from the director of the Blair Witch Project. I enjoy Exist. There are other ones. The other ones with Bigfoot, like the Lost Coast tapes, had potential, but overall wasn't a fan of that one. Willow Creek, that sucked. But other found footage film, The Tunnel, I think that's another good one. What was the one? I think it was some Horror in the Desert High. I think that's the name of the title. I forget though, but I do remember liking that one too. Horror in the Desert High. There was a sequel to that though. I liked that one too, but I think the first one was still better. But yeah, there are found footage films I do like, but a lot of times they suck though. But although the part of me still is intriguing about the whole found footage, the whole genre of the found footage, because it's a different scenario with take place on a handheld camera for most times. It is a different take on horror movies, having been from a found footage, Of course, that's what Blair Witch Project redefined that with the whole back then when it was hugely successful. But the Gallows just it sucks, Just like I said, I don't care about the characters. The whole lore could have been intriguing, and then take place inside the school though. But I just don't care about the characters. I don't. And a couple things I said were stupid, like I said, and But what do I know? If people like this, the only positive I can say about this film was the song that was played in the trailer for this film. It smells like Teen Spirit, you know. But I like that song though. But that was the best thing I say about this movie. But that was in the trailer though, not in the actual movie. So, but The Gallows from 2015 sucks. So that's my basically my review for The Gallows. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next movie review for more to come for Halloween month, and we'll see you next time. Okay, later.